Hey guys, I'm Wade, LordMinion777. Welcome to the season finale of Are You a Robot? This may be our last episode. We don't know yet. It may not be our last episode. So if you love the show, don't worry yet. If you hate the show, don't celebrate yet. We might be back. This is the show where we try to find out if our contestants are robots by asking them news trivia questions, which, admittedly, through 26 episodes, hasn't been a great system. But why change now? This week we're talking about blood drones and bat swarms. Here to discuss these important topics are our panelists. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Season finale. You three are our chosen. And Frozen Liam with his ghost hand.
No.
With his hand
You
up.
didn't see anything.
Ooh.
I had the answer.
How are you all doing? You're all seasoned veterans. We are 26 episodes into the show. And this could potentially be it. It's on us to make this the best episode yet. No pressure.
This is the last
That's a lot of
episode,
pressure.
Everybody. It's been fun.
I feel like there was a mistake
Just
that
said
That's
Shelby
it. You
made.
can you can go now. What?
This is the show. It's over. That was it. I
So
can't
is this
imagine
like
why
a
this would be it.
retrospective clip show, or are we doing something same thing today?
Yeah, the four of us are just in a call together off to the side while actually what everyone else is seeing is just highlights of the show. So basically it's just like the laundry folding for an hour. Because
For
nothing
an
ever actually
hour.
happens on. Yeah, nothing that actually happens on here is ever that good, let's be honest. But I guess for those of you new in the audience, maybe some of you are out there are not seasoned veterans. A lot of you are. I recognize most names out there, but some of you may be new. So I guess I should introduce everybody. And I'm boring, so I'm just going to introduce left to right because that's easiest for me. First up,
For once I'm not first.
from Phoenix, Arizona. This sounds like I'm introducing like Space Jam or something.
Keep
Michael
doing it. Gets me
Jordan.
hyped.
Okay. From Phoenix, Arizona, and maybe soon from LA, a gamer currently playing Minecraft Pixelmon, which was sadly discontinued. It's
Don't talk about
HBomb94, everybody!
Hi. Thanks for having me in the season finale. I feel like there had to be a mistake somewhere that me and Shelby are both in the season finale. I don't know who chose
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Maybe even Wade was an accident too.
Yes,
I don't
definitely.
know.
All of the above. I saw the list of people they wanted, and they had every name crossed off, and our names were just penciled in at the bottom.
Like,
So-
oh crap, they're our only hope.
This was like the bottom of the last barrel that they got us. Yeah, very sad. Very
That's the story of
unfortunate.
my life.
Speaking of story of your life, that is a great segue into your little warm-up question. Are you ready for that?
No.
That's how I prefer.
I
I
barely.
missed you, Liam. You've been on the show enough lately. I missed your trepidation.
I don't know
Here-
what that means.
Good. I prefer it that way too. Liam, what is your very earliest memory? What is the first thing in life that you remember?
It's actually something that's been like burned in my memory because it's like my mom's like go-to when like she's meeting my friends or whatever to tell them like embarrassing stories of me. So I was in Ireland and we were in like this religious area or whatever. There's like a bunch of monks around. Like I don't have to describe monks. But one was like walking next to us, and I went and grabbed my mom's leg and asked her if that was God, and the monk like just started bursting out laughing, and that's always what comes to my mind whenever I think of the youngest. I was probably like 3.
Like sworn to a vow of silence, like career you ruined by making that joke, right?
Probably, yeah. I was so scared. I wasn't a joke. I was 3. I didn't even know what a joke was.
Is that God?
I still don't.
The guy went back with like a little bit of a strut. He was like a strutting monk, like, yeah, that's right.
Suck at everyone else.
Awesome. My first memory
Sounds
is
like what a
spider
monk would say.
So I like your first memory. It's the strutting monk. I really like that image. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for a good intro. You had to get
Dude, you're
one. Everybody
welcome.
gets one. This was yours. You
This is
did
my
it.
first of like 8. That was actually decent.
Dude, normally I'm the first one in the line. I'm glad I wasn't this time.
I've
you
actually
get
never
time-
been 3rd.
Everyone else isn't funny either. We all suck. That's why they picked us.
Wow.
Except for Bob. Oh, wow. I guess I hit the nail on the
Except for
hammer.
Pop.
Wait,
that
you
was
are
a-
correct.
Punk, is that
That's my
you?
doorbell.
God.
Stop.
I always get monks and gods mixed up.
Is Nextly? I guess Nextly is a word. I don't know. It's written here, so I'll go with it. Nextly, he's playing PUBG and Hollow Knight. Catch him and other equally amazing people on Markiplier's Your Welcome Tour. It's Muyskerm, everyone. Hello, Bob.
Yeah. Hey, what's up? Tour in 9 days. Are you ready, Wade? You ready to do some live comedy?
Wait, is it really 9 days?
Yeah, I think it's about 9 days. Something like that. It's sooner than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I'm
That's
ready.
terrifying, isn't it?
I've got at least 3 days worth of videos recorded. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, so I'm gonna have a fill-in for me. I'm gonna go start recording, guys. Thanks for having me on this last episode of the season. Wow, 9 days. That's scary. Oh, let's jump into the question before I start panicking here. Bob, if you are only allowed to do one dance move, and dabbing doesn't count because everyone hates it, it's stupid, for the rest of your life, what would it be? To that beat.
It's tough because I have so many dance moves that I do all the time.
I know, you're
To
very
pick just
came to the
one.
show,
I'm definitely not trying to think of the name of a dance move right now. Is crumping a thing?
Crumping?
Oh, it can be.
I've just been a fan of crumping. I watched Community, the TV show Community, and there was an episode where two of the characters, Troy and Ahmed, I can't remember his name. I haven't seen the show in so long. But anyway, the whole episode, they're just like, am I crumping yet? Am I crumping? Am I crumping yet? And that's basically how I've always felt about dancing. So maybe if I could
wonder
only
if
crump for
they
the rest of
ever
my
end
life,
up
I'd do it
crumping?
eventually.
Maybe they're like
Troy
me, they just
does.
don't know how to read or pronounce words. Maybe they were like cramping up really badly, but they couldn't pronounce cramping properly, so they said crumping. Like, oh God, my leg, it hurts so bad. Am I crumping up? Oh no. Like maybe, because good old Elon Musk and all of my lovely speakos. Speakos?
Speakos.
I like that word.
I approve that made up word.
Speakos.
Speakos.
Like a typo, but when you speak, it's a speako.
Yeah. I was right on board with you.
It also kind of makes me crave SpaghettiOs in a weird way for some reason. I don't know.
Speakos. It's not just O's. It's a spaghetti alphabet in tomato sauce. So it's Speakos.
Yeah.
You can make speaks.
Other dance. You could have done the robot. That could have been your dance move. That would have been fitting for the show. Shoveling.
Oh.
Shoveling sounds like a dance move. Does Shelby have like an interesting dance? Like a
Every day
shovel?
I'm shoveling. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be mine.
I don't know if you
Like-
want to H-bomb it on the dance floor because that doesn't sound like you're doing well.
It doesn't sound advertised friendly to me. I don't
No.
know.
Yeah,
It's
look
not
at you
advertised
monetized right
friendly.
away.
Yeah, you don't want to H-bomb on the dance floor. I could see shoveling. Every day you're shoveling. Our names don't work really that well. Waiting on the
Whatever,
dance
every day
floor.
I'm bobbing. Who
swamp.
cares?
Waiting.
Every day I'm bobbing.
Yeah, every day I'm waiting.
My whole dance
That's like I'm just like in the corner by myself, hoping someone will come over and want to dance. I'm just
That's
waiting
my
for
dance
my
move.
Your dance move is just sadness in the corner. Works every time.
Look, I'm doing it right now. Oh,
Look at that
You're
smile.
doing it
I can see the tears forming. Oh, that's so sad.
Oh, are you staying really still, Liam? Or
Oh,
yeah.
no.
No, I'm just
Froze up
very
and
good at.
died.
Ah, I'll come out of it
luck.
soon. Don't worry. But I'm sad it
So
takes
he
a minute.
says.
Frozen in happiness.
Well, while he tries to get his AOL broadband internet working again, I guess we can
Don't make fun of it.
introduce Shelby. Oh, sorry.
I
Introduce
stopped
Shelby.
dancing. Sorry.
And lastly, but not leastly, the only other person to have hosted this show and only 3 more days of Hello shirts on her merch store. You know her. You love her. You love that you know her. It's Shubble.
I like that you plugged my merch website.
Now she doesn't have to
Hey.
do it.
Listen, you can't give me credit. I literally am just reading a blurb here. I definitely would have anyway, but credit goes to script writer, which is actually their legal name.
Thank you for plugging my merch store. It's shubblehub.com.
Only 3 more
Right.
days. Hello shirts. Check it out. Shubblehub.com.
Yep. Yep.
/nothing. Just go there.
Yeah.
No.
Thanks for that.
Now, you're welcome. That's what we're here to do. Also, I do not have. Well, I do have a merch store. I forgot I do. Oh God, I forgot about my own merch store. Oh well.
Forgot about
whatever.
yours. No, you can't plug
Yeah.
yours. We already did.
That's true. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I have one. Doesn't matter. My merch is also at shubble.com.
Yeah.
You got to look really carefully.
Mhm.
Ooh,
It's
this
on
is
the
a good
second
question.
page. There is no second page.
Are you?
Okay, I'm
Are
ready.
you? Oh, this isn't even about eating. Okay, it's not quite as good, but it's still interesting. I thought it was about food. And I was getting hungry. Shelby.
Oh, I love food. Yes.
I know. Okay, so the question starts with
I
this:
was hungry when it was for food.
shrimp or crab? And I thought this was like, which one would you prefer to eat? But it's actually not about eating them.
Oh.
You don't have to eat them. Which would make
I would
the
eat the crab.
best controllable summon?
Would make the best what?
Controllable summon. Like if you could summon one to your side and have it as like your pet or your minion.
Like a familiar?
Okay.
Yeah, like a
Ooh,
familiar.
like RuneScape.
Yeah.
Okay, lobster,
A lobster.
crab, or shrimp.
Yeah.
I feel like a lobster would do the most damage.
It's gotta be lobster. What would a
Crab, it's a
shrimp
king
do?
Yeah, that's
Like,
what
can you
the
summon
shrimp
more
would
than
do
one?
nothing. It would flop.
Can you
I can
summon like an
summon
army
an
of
army
shrimps?
shrimp.
For the sake of the argument, I'm gonna say.
And then if I'm hungry,
Sure.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
then just attack some of the shrimp at your the guy you're trying to kill, and then have the other go in your mouth because shrimp is so much better than lobster or crab.
I could fry it. I could grill it. Yeah, I'm going for army of shrimp.
Yeah.
Army of shrimp. Okay, there we go. An army of shrimp. Oh.
I would
Speaking
solve
of which,
world hunger.
all you can eat at Red Lobster. Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
I don't know if it's true. I just made that up, but I really want some seafood now.
Oh.
Why is
I'll
this
start a restaurant called Red Shrimp.
Red Shrimp? Shrimp summoners. Where they just summon the shrimp to your table on demand. All you can eat shrimp every day, all day.
Mhm.
Welcome to Red
Stop
Shrimp
teasing me.
Summoners. No.
No.
Bob, are you uncomfortable?
I'm perfectly comfortable. Do I look
Okay.
uncomfortable?
Well,
Is this green?
it got weird, and you just had like this expression that just happened to like imply that perhaps you were, but maybe you were just intrigued. Maybe
I mean, I feel like I have the unpopular opinion that I like crab better than shrimp, so I was just sort of
Get
staying out of it. But I'm not
I
uncomfortable.
would eat crab over shrimp. If it was
There you
eating,
go.
I would pick crab.
See, I'm a shrimp eater. I like fish. I actually don't like lobster or crab for some weird reason. I'm an alien.
Neither do I.
I have to admit.
Mm.
This is why I'm never
Or
both
are you
aliens.
a robot?
an alien. Yeah,
Mm.
I know. That's why I'm hosting, because I'm so far removed from being a robot that. No, that's not it. They just wanted
So
someone really
aliens
stupid.
are less robot than humans?
Yes.
Mhm.
We're single cell
I never knew that.
organisms. Bob. That's why my W is always under single cell.
Oh, makes so much sense now.
Yeah.
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 So,
I felt left
that is our
out.
warm up. You guys are all nice and warmed up and ready to be entertaining now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are we not entertaining
Great,
already?
I'm confident. I'll leave that to the audience to decide. I'm a single cell organism. I don't know them any better. So, our audience out there, I do recognize most names, but in case there's some new people, we're going to go over what the show is all about here. The show is called Are You a Robot? You guys and I have to figure out whether these three are robots. And we're going to do that by going over a gaming news quiz, where I ask everybody like a short answer question. We'll be doing Gamify the News, where these three have to work together to make a pitch for the next great video game using a news story. So I'll read them a blurb, they gotta make it into a video game. It's awesome. Sometimes it's horrifying. Curious what we'll get today. H tries. Then we wrap up.
When
Just
you
laughing
did
at
the
your
accent-
accent.
No, when you
Yeah.
did the accent, all three of us just cringed at the same time. It was so perfect.
Yeah. Well, there was no intended accent there. It was just me not being able to speak again.
I
But
see
thank
Bobby.
you for bringing out the cringe.
But you rolled with it and it was funny.
Well, It's either roll with it or pretend it didn't happen, and I can't pretend my own
What?
stupidity doesn't happen.
I saw Liam laughing in the corner. He's
That's
still
my
doing
dance
it.
move.
H-bombing it as always. Where was? Oh yeah. Then we'll wrap up with player versus pop culture, where I give some true, false statements, and they've got to figure out which one is true. They usually get it wrong. Every now and then somebody gets it true and assumes that they're the almighty, amazing. Last week,
Dan.
Dan. And
H-bomb.
through all of this, it's your guys' job to keep track of the points. So you get to assign points to who you think is more or less robot-y, or make them into weird things. Like one time the final score was a fidget spinner. But how can we
I
have
was
a
in
final
that.
score, you may ask? With this robot scale that we have. HBS, the next HBO competitor, coming soon to a nowhere near you. So, this is our
Sounds like a-
scoring system. As you can tell, everyone is all together lined up under human right now, and our score ranges from single-cell organism to reptile, Neanderthal, human, cyborg, android, and omnipotent AI. So you guys get to help me figure out where they all belong. So if you want to start voting now, where should everybody start off on this scoring system? The points matter
Look.
a lot. Everything matters on this scoreboard.
I want to be in the hook.
Only this one time.
I thought you were just going. Oh,
Where
Can
do
I
you-
be in the
oh.
hook?
Like, I thought you were trying a really bad Elvis
He was
impersonation.
in the hook.
Oh, oh, so oh, oh.
I want to be in the hook. Just put me in the hook. That's all I'm asking
I
for.
want to be in a hook.
Want to be on.
You can't be in the hook every time.
Yeah, this
Let
is
other
true.
people
Why?
have a chance.
No.
Do you know why
I
he
want
wants
to be in
to
the
be on
hook
the
this
hook?
time.
Because it keeps him away from single-cell organism. He wants to be on the
Yes.
right side of the scoreboard.
That's true.
Yes. Oh.
Can't you
Oh.
ride
No,
on
I
top
think
of
he's
the
a
Neanderthal?
caveman.
No,
I
no,
want to
no,
be in
no.
the hook.
No. No, get out.
Put
No,
Liam
she
as
can have the hook. That's
caveman.
my hook.
All
I
right.
want the hook.
No, don't give Shelby
We
the
have a
hook.
fight
You're not
for
going to
the
give me
hook.
the hook. Don't give her the hook. Bob can
Yeah,
have the
I
hook,
asked
just
for
not
the hook
Wow,
Shelby.
the chat is blowing up right now. Okay, so I see
Oh,
Is that
Shelby
what I
is
said?
an AI, H for AI. Okay, the battle between these two is getting crazy.
I'll
We
take
need to know where
AI.
Bob goes. We need to know where H goes. We need to know where Liam goes. So give us a vote for each one
Where
of
does
them.
Wade
Pretty
go?
please.
Also,
I
this is
don't believe-
unrelated, but did I see Cheese Fund throw out a little Raoul in chat there?
What is the
Appreciate that.
H-plane thing? I wasn't here for that.
Oh Lord,
Let's keep
that's been
going.
since forever.
Oh, boy.
I missed that one, unfortunately.
That was a great game.
And, like,
I was really happy with
H
that game.
is with Wade. All right, can you put the W like half on the scoreboard by single cell and move H over to start with me? H, we're gonna hang out,
No,
buddy.
No, put us in the hook. Up the hook. Come on.
No,
He's
no,
up
go over
there.
here.
Like how they always have you on
What?
like on the side ready.
At
Bob
least you're the
wins.
overlord of the single-celled organism. Oh, you moved down.
Bob wins.
So
It's game over. Bob wins.
Yeah,
Oh, there you
Bob,
go.
Bob should be on the hook. Bob didn't ask to be on the hook, so Bob starts on the hook. There we go.
Whoa,
And
I
Shelby-
want to be
I'm not
on the
gonna-
hook.
I'm not gonna argue. Everyone, shut up. I definitely didn't ask to be on the hook.
And let's see.
That's fine.
Shelby goes to AI.
Yeah, where do I-
So I guess Shelby's omnipotent to start. So Shelby's
What?
okay. There we go. That's our starting score.
It's rigged.
Whatever
This is
that
dumb.
means.
That's not.
I got the hook.
That's me.
Hey,
There
it's
she
me.
is.
I'm
All knowing.
How's that
everywhere.
feel?
Mm-hmm.
Bob's on the hook, and H and I are hanging out with the single cells. How's it going? Having a good time?
Sucks. No,
It's
I
okay.
want to be
It's
on the
just a
hook.
start.
Wow. Am I that bad?
Sincere
Yeah, you
anguish
smell.
coming from the H-bomb.
I asked
Okay, you're
for
not
one
wrong
thing.
about that. But
Ooh, you guys are
Oh
attached
no!
at the
I'm
hip.
gonna throw. I
Together.
get motion sick. I'm gonna
Oh,
throw up.
You.
go ahead, spin him around a little bit. The
Oh,
H
no.
plane. The
Please
H
don't
plane
throw
was
up
a
on
game we made. Why did
It's a
H
fidget
become a plane? I don't remember. Oh, it is a
Because the
fidget
plane
spinner.
was like, the plane was
No, we did
eating
third.
people. I don't remember why, but the plane was eating people, and it became H's face just being like,
Yeah,
eating
that's
people.
right.
To get on, they had to go through my mouth.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
All aboard the H plane. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, that,
I'm not getting on that plane.
Oh yeah, look at that. Mm.
It looks like a hot dog coming out of my mouth.
It looks like a piece of bacon.
Yeah, strip of
Oh,
bacon.
I
That's
hate
a
the
strip of
bacon.
bacon. What kind of
That's
hot
not
dogs
good.
do you eat?
I don't eat hot dogs.
That was him throwing the hot dog back up.
Oh,
Yeah.
probably.
Mm.
And then, well, his mouth. Never mind. I don't want to go into it too much.
I don't
TMI.
either. We should move on.
This is our starting scoreboard. Bob's on the hook. H is linked with me, and Shelby's our all-knowing AI to start. Let's see if they end up here. Oh, hey, look at that.
Oh yeah, my sugar-free energy,
Excellent.
Bob.
Energy.
I still
Looks
wish I
so
could get that
cool.
infinite energy drink vending machine.
Yeah, we've had some great ideas on this show. We need to
I have.
can we at least have like a season video where we show all of the great and terrible moments like in one awesome highlight video? Can we make that happen? I would totally see that.
I'd
Shelby
watch
gets
it.
let's-
editing that.
We're
Me?
we're a little bit the 8 ball here as far as time goes, which is okay. It's our last episode. Who cares if we run over? This is the last one of the season, at least. We may extend the show. Well, we don't know yet. We'll see what
We
happens.
don't even
but
know.
If nothing
has to be a
else,
good
this is
one,
the
then.
last season. Season 1 is coming to an end. We'll see if there's a season 2. But for season 1, we're going to jump into our first segment, the gaming news quiz. Let's get warmed up. I'm going to ask each one of you a question based on this week's gaming news. So there's different ways of figuring out who should go first, but like we've dumbed down the show to let me host it to the point where we just go in the same order that I introduce people, so that way it's easy for me. So we're just going to stick with that. Yeah, so Liam, you're up first. You get to go first on everything today, buddy.
Best day
Yeah.
ever. I couldn't
know.
ask for a better day.
I can't even lie. Whatever, you got it. Earned is too strong of a word, but you're up, and that's all that matters.
Oh,
That's
that's
a
a
great
terrible
face.
picture to screen. Yeah.
Everything-
Let's not talk about that.
It was YouTube, Mike.
Oh, there we
right
go.
there.
Oh, even worse. Ew.
So, H, here's your question. This isn't a hard one, I don't think. You got this,
Oh,
maybe.
don't say that. Don't say that.
This game is right up your alley. This is the kind of game you would know everything about.
Pokemon.
Which game added a mode called Gesture Warfare this weekend where players could kill each other with different hand gestures? That's a great face.
Overwatch.
What?
I don't know.
No.
Oh.
I know they could do hand gestures in it. Like, that was my best guess.
That's hard.
No.
they're-
That was terrible.
Yeah. The game
You're
is
terrible.
Call of
That's what I was thinking. I was actually thinking Call of Duty, but I didn't know you could do hand motions in it.
Why did you say it?
Cause I didn't know you could do it. I didn't play any of the new Call of Duties. I played up to like Modern Warfare 3.
I thought that was the square root of 9.76. I really did. I just didn't guess the right
I
answer.
did. It's like 2 or something like that.
Terrible.
Maybe. I don't know. Yes, it is Call of Duty.
I knew it.
Which you got wrong, but I'm glad you
Which
knew
I
it.
got.
You know what? You get an internal point. Internally,
I
you get
didn't
1
know
point.
it. It was a guess. I didn't know it. That was gonna be one of my guess, but I'll take internally 2 points.
You should decide.
I
what
didn't even
points
say-
you get.
Even our overlord monk is telling us no. Thank you, monk.
I
Normally,
gave you a great story. Stop making fun of me.
okay, I think everyone's unanimous. No one makes fun of you. You do it to yourself. Here is the Call of Duty, that face of just like, you're right. Normally- Gestures were unlockables in Call of Duty that could be added to your character to give them a little flair like a salute or devil horns. But this past weekend, a new game mode granted you an insta-kill if an enemy was in your crosshairs. Similar to a gun game mode where a new weapon is unlocked after each kill, the gestures allow players to squish each other between their fingers, spontaneously combust enemies, or just blow up other players with their minds. So,
Wow.
well, we were going to have a surprise 4th contestant on the show today, but I think they just got exploded. So, surprise.
Sorry,
just us.
Jerry.
Yeah,
Jerry.
sorry. Listen, for legal reasons, we cannot talk anymore about this, but for funny reasons, Jerry's totally dead. That sucks.
I've never met someone named Jerry. I feel left out.
Well, you're going to.
I actually don't
but
know a Jerry.
alas.
Right?
There's
why
a
is
Jerry
that
on
always the name we
Action
use?
Incorporated. Jerry Hoskins, is that his name?
It's Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, there
Jerry
you go.
Hot
There's a
Topic.
Jerry. There's Jerry Seinfeld was gonna be on the show today, everyone, but well,
Oh.
just kidding. That would imply that Jerry Seinfeld is dead. I don't want to start that trending. Bob, before legal trouble, let's move on to you.
All right.
Yay! All right, Bob. This question is definitely better suited for you than it is for either H or Shelby. So
Dope.
this one's for you. Which game recently received a Better Together update, allowing cross-platform play?
Oh no. Better together. What? That's not my answer. Buzzer guy.
You took more than 2 seconds. You lost.
Wrong.
Better together. That sounds like a Nintendo thing. But
H, you know this,
Nintendo
right?
doesn't do cross-platform.
Yeah.
I really don't know if I know
Your
this.
hint
Is it
was that
PlayStation thing?
Shelby and H might know this. That was your hint.
Is it
Bob's never
Minecraft?
been to our channels.
Yeah,
Whoa!
See, you did it, Bob.
nailed it.
You did
I know
it.
limited amount of
Minecraft.
facts about people.
I just want a gif of the confidence you exuded as you said the word Minecraft, where you were like, like, it
Wait,
was
but
beautiful.
so what was that game that I was playing for so long in multiplayer if Minecraft just got multiplayer?
Cross-platform.
Yeah.
So like,
So now you
so
can
like
play
Xbox,
mobile
PC.
with PC?
I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe
Like-
mobile. I would assume Xbox with PC.
Yeah.
yeah.
All
Xbox,
of them.
PlayStation, and I think Switch.
And
might
Pocket
be incorrect
Edition
about
and
that.
Switch.
Yeah.
Switch isn't yet,
Yeah.
but
So
That's interesting.
yep.
let's see. Oh,
Wanna
it
come
does
play
say
with us?
here, Minecrafters. Yeah, let's all do some Minecraft. We should start a series where we drink and play Minecraft. We call it Drunk Minecraft.
Inebriated
never-
not
robots.
advertiser friendly.
Neither is just Minecraft if I'm involved with it, probably. But alas,
Probably.
we built some pretty interesting things. We should talk about that series. That
What do you
series
mean
is
we?
definitely not
What do you
this
mean
show.
we?
We
We
Okay, well,
participated.
Mark begged
We did
Zombie
not come
to-
up with the ideas.
This is true. It was all one person, one monster, one devil
Mhm,
behind the
mhm.
scenes.
Shelby.
But alas,
What?
Shelby, she was the
Shelby.
mastermind of Drunk Minecraft all along.
What did I do? No.
She can do
Not
a
old enough
perfect
to
like
drink.
voice. She's been Markiplier this whole time.
You have
The
no.
man behind the curtain. You're right. We
A1
don't.
disguise.
A1. Isn't that a sauce? Anyway,
Yes.
Minecrafters on mobile. So mobile is one. VR, Xbox, and Windows 10 can now play with friends on different devices, as well as transfer Minecraft Marketplace purchases to any of those platforms.
Nice.
Support for the Nintendo Switch is coming sometime this winter, while Sony is still hesitant to join the cross-platform fun, citing worries that Microsoft might not be able to ensure the safety of young Minecraft players.
Hmm.
What's going to happen to them in Minecraft if they like?
We've seen
They
your
will be
series.
unsafe.
What do you mean? No, you haven't. Nothing happened to us. We were fine. We just built a house every episode and got along well with each other.
Did you
That's
build
how
a
I
different
happened.
house every episode?
Maybe
Yes,
there was
that's what we did.
some design. No, I don't want to think about it. Drunk Minecraft has both scarred and enlightened me over the years. And I don't remember a lot of it.
That's
Let
how
you
everyone
guys
feels
figure
who's played Minecraft.
Shelby, let's start
Yeah.
a series called Advertiser Friendly Minecraft. Sound good?
Okay. But you can't be in it because your name is HBomb.
Oh! Brr, brr, brr.
Time
I
for
come
that
up with these
dance
great
move.
ideas.
There.
Dance move.
We actually have air horns.
The air
I don't
horn's my
have to-
favorite.
I know. I just always want to trigger the air horn somehow. All right, Shelby.
gotta
Are
say
you ready for
something real
your
quick.
question? So far, H
Yeah.
failed really badly. Bob got
No,
his
I
answer right
didn't.
right away.
Ha!
And so it's up to you
I'm
now,
scared.
Shelby.
I wish I had the Minecraft
Alright.
question. Okay, I'm ready.
This is definitely a question for you and not a better question for Bob. All
Yes.
right. Which game broke 1.5 million concurrent players on Steam on Saturday?
I know this
On
one.
Real
Steam?
popular. Very popular right now.
You
Why
got
was
it
there a
right with
ding? I
Steam.
didn't even say anything. Steam's the game. Wait. I wanted to say PUBG, but I don't even know if that's on Steam. Is that it?
It is Steam.
Yay!
Oh, we could do
Nice.
fake answers. Oh, come on.
What?
You gave
Fake
her. She's
answer.
like,
She said she wanted to say PUBG.
yeah. She's like, I wanted to say PUBG, but
Okay, I was
and then I
gonna
was like,
say it
She didn't
anyway.
start
Yeah,
by saying Overwatch, then saying I wanted to say PUBG.
'Cause
She
I
started with
didn't
what she
know.
wanted to say.
I could have gone through 7 different games and then just like wake up.
She guessed
Waiting for
one.
the ding.
You know,
H is mad.
if I knew, of course I'm mad. When am I not mad? I'm freaking, I'm freaking advertiser unfriendly. We know this by now.
Because I'm advertiser
Wow, you
friendly.
can't say
Get
the
over
word
it.
freaking. You need to say something like, I'm indubitably not advertiser friendly. Come on.
Indubitably.
I'm
Makes you sound
indubitably
so-
not.
Nobody use that word in
You
any
sound like
sentence.
such a bamf when you say indubitably, Wade. Impressive.
Thank you.
It's a bad word.
I'm indubitably BA. That stands for
It's a bad word.
awesome. Or Bachelor of Arts.
Yeah.
You right.
Or bitter and
I don't have
aggressive.
that.
What's the correct answer, Shelby? Well done.
Yeah, I did real good. Thanks.
PUBG took the crown from Dota 2 on Saturday, crushing its previous record of 1.29 million concurrent players. PUBG is
Dota
also
2.
still selling extremely well. Steam Spy estimates that it's moved another 2 million copies, give or take, since it broke 10 million sales mark on September 5th. That's a lot of sales.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to make a game, Bob. We're doing it wrong. Playing games isn't the way to go. Making games is.
Making them.
Because then you don't need
I don't know if
advertisers.
that's accurate.
You just need buyers.
I think you have to be that one person that makes that one game that is PUBG. Because I think there are about 1 million other games that are not selling that well.
We have 26 episodes of this show after today. We've got 3 more
And
games.
no good
to design.
ideas.
There was at least 0.3 good. There's at least 3/10 of a good idea somewhere in the games we've created.
Somewhere.
Yes.
I'm still fond of Car Run
That-
Drive, my first ever pitch on this show.
And Drive. The good times. But I'm saying what we got to do is we got to go piece through like all of the different ideas we've had for this show, find one game, and the 4 of us are the ones that have to know about it because we're the last ones here. And we'll make a game,
Right.
and then we can post all of our videos unadvertiser friendly, not care, because we'll just move 13 million copies in 2 months. That's all we got to do.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's it. That's easy.
There'll be at least
Sounds
10
easy.
bucks. Nice.
It cannot
Yeah,
go
at
wrong.
least $10 a piece. That's more than we make right now. Let's do this. So let's go into gamify the news then. In this game, I'm gonna give our 3 contestants a real life news story that they're gonna turn into a pitch for the next great video game. You guys are gonna be judged on the main character, gameplay, plot, any cheat codes, Easter eggs, or DLC, and the title of the game. So you're all experts here. Audience, judge them harshly because if this is a game you're not gonna buy, then we've probably done what we usually do. But we failed you. This needs to be a game that you want to play. You need to play. And no, it cannot have H in front of it just to make it a playable game, despite the fact that that has been a thing ever since the H plane was invented.
That wasn't even me like making the decisions. I'm like, I want to be in the game. Like, I want to be a main character. Oh, we're gonna name it H Plane or something like that.
Terrible.
Yep, and you started a trend of terrible. Every game we design on this show, it's like, oh, it's an H toilet. Oh, it's H.
That's me.
Food.
You are
It's
the H toilet.
I'm actually the
It's an
H
H
trash
henchman.
can.
Or a-
trash
Yeah, that's
can.
your-
Henchman.
A henchman.
Henchman. H henchman.
No,
All
a
right.
henchman.
That joke fell flatter
Yes.
than my hairline. So let's move on to round 1 of this set. Thank you. I'm glad you guys can laugh at my expense, just not at my jokes. Let's move on to round 1 of Gamify the News. Are you ready for your story? You're working together on this game, even though H is on your team. You guys just try your best.
Love you too,
Here's
Wade.
your story. 3 sailors rescued off desert Pacific island after spelling help with palm fronds. With that accent. They said help just like that.
The voice crack.
There you go. 3 sailors went missing Tuesday while sailing to Weno Island, a tiny Micronesian atoll in the state of Chuuk. Chuuk is probably not Chuck, but that's what I'm pronouncing it at. Chuuk. When a giant wave, shut up, Bob, capsized their 19-foot skiff, forcing the trio to swim all night to a deserted island known as, I was going to say Fondle, but that's not it. It's
Steve.
Fandatic? Fandatic. Not Fondle. Fandatic.
I
Help.
don't know what's happening.
Chuck. Fandatic. This is what they do. They pick words they know I can't pronounce and put them in these things. The men fashioned a distress signal with leaves, which caught the attention of a passing U.S. Navy P-8 airplane. So, if you guys were totally lost listening to my stupidity here, 3 sailors, their boat flipped over, they swam to a deserted island, they made a distress signal that said help with leaves, and then a passing Navy plane found them. So, there you go. Chuck.
All right.
All right. Well,
this island is haunted by ghosts named Chuck. That's what we're starting off with.
Oh, well, let H talk first.
Well, I was gonna say I have an idea about.
That's his contribution to this game.
Well, you guys
know
know
a lot about the game yet, but I have an idea about us as the developers of the game, that we're gonna be the Johnny Come Latelys to the whole stranded on an island survival game, because what the world needs another thing of is a game where you wake up on an island and you have to drink coconut water and get fibrous plants to make rope to craft it. You know what I'm talking about. This is like another Raft clone sort of thing. Even though that trend is so far gone in the past, it's not even.
There are
cool
3
anymore.
people
So
technically
we're
here.
creating a losing game.
Multiplayer.
Competitive multiplayer. So it's like a battle royale, deserted island crossover genre game.
Sure.
Yeah, that sounds like a
Power's
cash
in
in
your
somebody
hand.
would make.
It's like,
instead of working together to get off the island, you're competing because H is there.
There's only one
Just
seat on the
do his
plane.
thing.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Somebody already rescued you, but there's only one seat on the plane and only enough gas in the world for that person. They can't
For
come
one
back.
trip.
It's a lot of premise just for these 3 people on an island.
That's my contribution again. I'm on fire, guys.
All right. Only enough gas
so
in
the
the world for one person.
So the protagonists are the people on the island, and what is the guy who has the plane like a psychopath, and he lands and he's like, I have 1 seat and you all have to fight to the death for it. And it's just like he's standing there laughing, watching you guys like make an axe out of a tree and try and kill each other and stuff.
I'm down for that. That sounds amazing.
Sure. Yeah, why
That sounds
not?
good.
So
His name is Chuck.
Chuck!
it's all the ghosts of contestants past that haunt the island.
That's
So-
why they say
Okay.
Chuck, because the villain's name is Chuck, and they're all just like, Chuck! Because they died.
I feel like we need some dynamics between the 3 contestants. Like they've got to have their strengths and weaknesses to like balance each other out, right? Or are they all
Okay.
3 just like any man, like the PUBG type, like anybody?
Oh, no,
can be
no.
Anybody.
One of them is a woman because that's how it has to work. That's
Okay.
my contribution. One of the 3 has to be a woman. That's all I want.
I think we should go with like
Alright.
the bronze, the
Ghost.
brains.
You have to be
Chuck,
diverse.
then the bronze, the
That's
brains,
fair.
and then the fast. I like that. Like one can like go so much faster than the others. The other one's like stronger and can chop down trees quicker. The other one's smarter and can make like technology.
So we're gonna like intentionally like do like the diversity thing here. We've got like the stereotypical like the white guy is like the buzz cut, real buff, tank top, holding like a minigun type of guy, and that kind of thing. Is it gonna be
Yeah.
like?
Or it could be a really buff girl. It could be
Yeah.
Shelby.
Well,
on
I mean, it could
steroids.
be. I was just asking if we're going with like the 2000
I could be
stereotypes
buff.
of people in games. Really buff.
cool.
So like the Zarya, is that the character in Overwatch? Like the buff, big
Yes.
gun wielding.
Mhm.
Okay. So there we go. Whatever. Or we could allow character design where you have the stereotype types of characters, but you can customize each one to be like different races or genders or whatever. So that way we have the archetypes, but you can make it whatever character you want it to be.
Or could we start with like a stat sheet where you can like move like the scrolls up and down, like swiftness, strength, pretty.
They're
Oh,
all
I
named
see.
Chuck. Everyone is named Chuck.
If we're already crossing over genres, what if we just slap another genre of game on there and you start out, it starts out as like a deck building card game, and you come into it with a card and you draw a hand and you have to like play some very arduous card game to build your character stats. And so the cards that you draw in your initial hand dictate what kind of stats you should try and maximize and how you should design your character.
My mind just got blown. I'm picturing like Pokemon
I just had an
type
idea.
game here, right? But instead of like you just picking the moves, you have to like you have to get your team, right? You got to get your card deck. So part of this is collecting the cards to build your deck. But then you zoom in. So instead of just having a Pokemon battle or a battle where it's just like, you know, use tackle, it zooms in and it's like a free roam. You have to actually play as the monster or the person and battle it out. So you've got like layers of depth here, like the outer layer of like, okay, these are two people fighting, or this is a guy controlling people fighting. So you're like this external force, like maybe there's a deity or something controlling each one of these characters, and you want your champion to get off the island. So you're like collecting these cards for your champion, and then you zoom in actually to physically play as the champion using these perks and fight. So it's like Pokemon where you have to play as the trainer and the Pokemon.
But can it be like Attack on Titan, where it's like
I don't know what that means.
Oh, well, never mind. I was gonna say like they become it. Never mind. Go ahead.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Well, so it could be like Black and White, kind of, but in like a PvP way, where you're like influencing what's happening on the ground for your peoples, however many there are.
What do we name this? I've been thinking of puns
Pokemon.
this whole time, and I can't come up with one.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
No, Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh God!
We call it Digiman. It's Digital Mansters.
Digiman.
Oh, the evil villain is me as the plane. I'm like, only one of you can get on.
That's not you. That's Chuck.
No.
It's just the plane. A psychotic H-plane appears and starts talking to you on the island.
It always comes back to H-plane.
This is why the show is ending.
Yeah, this is why it's all going down.
Probably not wrong.
No, the H-plane is back.
Yep, that's it.
We need a new season without H on it.
Did you guys know that Liam's real name is Chuck?
Chuck.
That's my middle name. Get it right.
Liam Chuck Bomb.
Know your middle name.
It's Chuck now.
Whatever it was, it's Chuck now. Okay, we need a title for this game.
Liam
Digimon.
Chuck's Bombs. I said that joke already. Get out.
Yeah, I like Digimans. Doesn't really make sense, but that's fine.
Right, Digital Man. All right, that's a complicated game.
Okay with that.
An H-plane only having room for one passenger. So they've got to battle it out, and their deities are drawing cards to give them perks that they've got to use in these battles to fight to the death for one to escape on the evil H-plane that may just eat them in the end anyway. It could be like Twisted Metal, where at the end it happens, the ending bad.
This
I
isn't
love
a game
it.
for
See, like all the
casuals.
windows, and you know there's like seats right on there, but it's like only one of you can get on. That makes me so happy for some reason.
You're pulling space for one. All right, that is our first game. We're gonna speed round 2 and 3 because we're already running out of time.
We wasted all of our time.
That one game, but it was a good game. To be fair, it was a good game. Round 2.
That's our game. That's gonna sell.
The first autonomous drone delivery network will fly above Switzerland starting next month. A logistics company, Matternet, has developed a network of drones that can deliver lab samples like blood tests and other diagnostics flown between hospital facilities, clinics, and labs all within 30 minutes. Users operate the system via an app to create shipment details. Items are placed into a compartment box in the station before being loaded into a drone for delivery. Once delivered, receivers can obtain their materials via a QR code. So, drone delivery, or drones gone wrong. Can their masters control them?
That might be
Can you give a
legitimately the best
synopsis?
implementation of drone delivery systems I've heard of yet. That sounds super useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you give a synopsis? I totally did not listen to a word you said.
Oh my god. This is why we're out of time.
We'll just start, and you just imagine what you think the news story was, H. How about that?
Okay, all right.
Okay,
There's
here's
blood
the
and
clue.
there's drones.
I just hit a
Hospital.
chord.
QR code. That's all you get, H.
Hospital and QR code.
I'm
Two
not
most
gonna lie, I
vague
was
parts
reading the
of that
chat
story.
and didn't hear that again.
All
I
right,
heard
so what is-
code.
so
That's all you get.
That's all
this
you-
game is like a resources management game. Is this about like, is this like Ticket to Ride, the board game, where you're trying to buy routes to make a continuous delivery system and try to beat your competitors who have all competing blood drone delivery companies? Is that what this
Yeah.
is?
Sure. Whatever
Could
you
be a
guys make
game.
it.
I don't know why it's blood
Blood.
drones, but
Yeah, blood.
Specifically,
That's what it
maybe,
is.
maybe there's an infection. We could put an infection in there to make it interesting.
Ooh, what if you're on the other side of that infection game? What's that called? Biohazard? The one where you're trying to create like the perfect disease.
Oh, Plague
Plague
Inc. or
Inc.
whatever.
You're like
Hmm.
you're like the opposite of Plague Inc. You're trying to solve this mysterious disease that has cropped up by sending samples around and trying to do whatever science people do
It's
to
the
cure
sequel to
diseases.
Plague Inc. All of these worlds have been corrupted by plagues from people trying to dominate, and so you've emerged as the savior.
Ooh, that's interesting. There
It's
could be like a
called
multiplayer component
Pure
where
Inc.
you're trying to undo diseases that people have actually created. And you can
Yeah.
play through the sequence of events that they created on their Plague Inc. file, and you're trying to stop it. And then it's do you beat them or do they beat you? That's interesting.
You'll have to find out.
That
on-
actually sounds like a good game.
Next time on
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z.
It's a little bit happier. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, plagues were
Thanks, man.
rampaging Goku. Just Goku.
That's all you got?
Just Goku. Nobody else.
Just Goku. Okay, watch the episode.
That's it. Just Goku.
Mhm.
Okay.
So much
So our
exposition.
main character is just a mysterious, benevolent force doctor
Science
god guy,
guys. Science people.
a monk up in the sky. Okay, I can go with that. He's here. He's happy.
That
He's
was the
eight.
fastest game that's ever been made because I just did not say anything at all.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
well,
guys
see
just
how-
go hard on it.
How this works
Give
when
us
you
your
don't talk.
contribution. What's
No,
your
no, no.
contribution?
I'm gonna be honest. I did not pay any attention at all to the
Good.
game either.
Good. Just
He doesn't even
throw
know what
something
the
out
game
at
is.
us.
Just make something up.
I
You
was,
get to
I
add
was
one
reading.
element to the game.
Okay, I was reading the chat. Someone said H-plane is the leader of the drones. So we're gonna have a new one called H-drone, or we're gonna have H-plane and
good.
he shoots off H-drones. That's my contribution.
Why
Very
did
conceited.
we let him?
We had a good thing
We should
going.
have asked for his input.
Yeah, I said you guys did a good job. I don't know why you added me to this.
Tell you what, H is going to do a sponsored video of this game, and we'll add a DLC, a free DLC, where if you want an H plane, you can get one. But we're not going to force it on people because that's just mean. We don't.
Yeah.
You don't have to have that H
That's
plane.
gamer cruelty.
Yeah. So it's an optional DLC item. There you go, H. You contributed, kind of.
I got the
Kind of.
DLC.
I don't feel good about it, but you did. So
I've never felt
There we
good about
go.
anything in my life.
Nope.
wow. Well, that's all. Our show has done its intended goal. Our goal was to go out and make H terrible.
It's an extended
All right,
H
that's
with
it.
us,
Bad.
breaking down H.
That's our second game. It's called. Is
On
it
to the
called
last
Cure Inc?
one.
Sticking with Cure Inc.
Cure?
I like Cure
I like
Inc.
that.
All right,
Better
there we
than
go.
H drone.
Yeah.
there it is.
There he is.
God.
Boy.
Hmm.
Thank you, artist, for showing us H's face yet again.
For creating that monstrosity.
Ouch. All right.
I feel like I'm being extra mean to you today.
You are.
It's the last
Okay,
show. I
let's
need.
be honest though. We're doing a live show and he's literally not listened to half of it. Like he's not paying attention. He's brought this on himself.
Zoned
He
out
always
during the
does.
stream.
You could at least not say that you're not listening and just be like, yeah,
You just
it's
nod
called
your
like
head and agree.
drone blood
I'll start
delivery.
doing that.
Yeah, but you freely
pretend
admitted
to
that
be-
you don't even care. So
You could have at least pretended to be this for the last 20
I
minutes.
do care.
But
hey, look, there he is.
I got a lot more attractive.
Is he even looking like that? I wasn't paying attention to him.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I was just looking at the chat. I can't read and listen. I can't do it. And I got caught up in the chat. And then I came in halfway through. And it was
Audience,
just
you
not
have the
making
power
sense.
to remember his failings. Just remember that.
mhm.
Let's move on to round 3.
Next
This
time
time
he
I'm gonna
wants
give
to
you
be
guys.
on the hook.
Yeah, next time he wants to be on the hook, just
Remember
remember
that.
he left all of us on the hook and abandoned us. So here we go. Round 3. This time, 2 news stories, 1 game. H, you better look over here. I'm watching you watch the chat. You keep your
I
eyes
literally-
open.
I literally did that. I was like, oh, I gotta stop. And then
Yeah, I
pulled
glanced.
it
I
out.
saw you as well. Here's the first news story. H. Dubai starts tests in bid to become first city with flying taxis. There you go. First news story. I'll read a blurb in a minute, but while I've got H's attention, second news story. 300 bats caught by janitors at Salt Lake City High School. All right, H. Flying taxis. Bats. Please. Remember. Here's the... For Bob and for Shelby, who pay attention, here are the blurbs. H, that's all we
Thank
needed
you.
from you. You're free to go. Here we go.
It's a-
The flying taxi, developed by German drone from Volocopter, is a small white 2-seater helicopter with 18 rotors. Implementation would see you using your smartphone, having an app, and ordering a Volocopter to the next Voloport near you. The Volocopter would come and autonomously pick you up and take you to your destination, CEO Florian Reuter said. So there is our flying...
Yikes.
Okay.
I thought that was an ambulance outside of someone's like house or something like that.
That was the sound of an
There was,
H-bomb,
it would've been mine.
H-drone basically crashing. So
Wow.
there we go. Flying taxis controlled by a smartphone app. Story 2. The Bats. Salt Lake City School District spokesman Jason Olson, very important H. His name is Jason Olson. Got that? Good. Says the high
I'll write
school lies on a migratory bat path, but that the number of bats this year was above average, causing janitors to catch many of the flying mammals mid-flight with butterfly nets. It's just a funny image. Like, janitor, like, I'm putting his mop down, pulling out his butterfly net attachment. He's just got, like, equipped to his belt. Students who may have come into contact with the bats were encouraged to speak with Salt Lake County Health Department personnel. Ooh, it's a struggle for me today. Dealing with H has just like melted my brain. That's what I'm blaming
He's
it on.
doing something, and I don't know what he's doing.
I'm
good.
writing down that I got post-it notes like right underneath my webcam that says flying taxi, bats, J-Dog Olson, and butterfly nets.
Did you say J-Dog Olson?
Yeah, I totally forgot what the name was.
Hey, that's pretty close. That's pretty close. Okay, let's
He's
just give
doing
him a
good.
chance.
He's putting in the effort.
I'll give it to
I
him. His
did.
name's J-Dog Olson. So there's your
Okay.
stories. Let's get a great game out of those.
Oh no. Okay, I wasn't listening that time because I was watching H do whatever he was doing.
Okay, I got this. I got I got this. I got this. I got this game. So
No,
it's
this
an
is the
iOS
worst.
game. No, it's
Okay,
an iOS
why?
game. Just let me talk, would ya?
All right.
So it's an iOS game. You're a J-Dog Olson in a flying taxi, right? There's an unleashment of bats. They're just everywhere, nonstop attacking you. The only weapon you can to control them is butterfly nets. And you have this like insane taxi driver, right? He's flying through the sky, and your job is to catch as many bats as you can and save the universe because the bat outbreak is just ridiculous.
He was so intense that he froze.
Yeah.
All right.
J-Dog
So-
Olsen.
All right. So that's
Jada,
an iOS
okay.
game. So you like touch the bats to catch them or something, or you like
Yeah,
move
so-
the net around.
Yeah, it's like one of those like racing games where you gotta like move around or whatever, and you gotta try to get the bats like as close to like your windows as possible so the nets will catch them. So like you scroll like
Have we done an
around with
iOS
your
game?
finger.
I feel
Yes,
like this is the
not
first
today.
one we've
Not in a
made.
while,
I
not
think I've
today.
done one before, not in a long time. What if
Okay,
it's
can I
one of
get
those where the
that was
controls are
game
just?
here on the show?
Yeah, that was it. That was a good game. What if
was
it's
good.
so just because it's an iOS game and in large part they're awful. What if the control scheme for this game is what you said, where you have
Thanks.
to move the net around your flying taxi, but also your movement of the phone aims the taxi around the screen.
Oh.
So to play this game, you have to move both
Oh.
hands, and it's just like it's like horrible, like unplayably bad controls. But like
Those are
And then
the
you're
best
just with your
games.
phone,
you get
like,
hooked on it.
trying to catch.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I
anyone
like it.
anyone playing
Okay.
this game, you'll see them in public and they're just like, oh god.
It's like when you're
Like
trying
the
to
mo-
catch a Pokemon and you have the thing on you have your phone and you're like,
yeah.
Yeah,
Just like
Doing that.
staring at
exactly.
someone.
Yeah.
So
there's
this
a
is a
squirrel
mobile
here.
game,
Hold on.
so it's free to play with $1 million DLCs, right? Like we got to go with that. That's the formula. You make it free to play, and then it's like $900, and you get like 100 rubies, and with 200 rubies, you can catch all the bats
Rubies.
and move on to the next level, which is pterodactyls or something, right? Like,
Yeah, I think you
and
steal the
if-
Pokemon Go model.
Pterodactyl.
It's free to play, but you need like potions and the equivalent of Pokeballs and stuff, and that's where you get
Yeah.
them. You got to buy. You
get
got to
more
buy
nets.
nets.
oh
Mhm.
yeah. You get
can
like
have,
the,
like,
the bats, the
upgradable
sharp
nets.
teeth that like break through the butterfly net, so you got to get like a metal mesh netting or something, and
And
Okay.
you could
You have
get
to upgrade
you
it.
could get bat attracting stuff, liquid.
We
What's
could,
what's
we
that
could also
called?
make
And, like,
DLC.
each
Okay,
bat
wait, we could
has
also
like
make-
a 0.1% chance of like dropping a piece of metal, and if you collect like 100 pieces of metal, you can upgrade your net, or you can buy the DLC to like skip the time investment. So that way it's free to play, but you can speed things along by spending money, right? Like that's the model we're going with.
Yeah.
Or
Sorry, H, go ahead.
we can also add
You know-
DLC or an Easter egg in that makes the bats like Zubats, and then if we do pterodactyls, we make them aerodactyls, and yeah, then Pokemon sues us, and then we're in trouble. So
Yeah.
Yeah, this turned
And
into
then we'll have the same lifespan of Pixelmon.
Hey, stop it.
I could see.
like
I
this.
think this has augmented reality potential too. I think if you can get your friends together, you can all like sync up your games and look at the same area and play in the same like augmented reality space where you have to physically walk forward to go to the bats, and so you have a bunch of people just like bumping into each other, staring at their phones, trying to catch augmented reality bats all in the same area. It'll be great. You'll have kids just running around parks, running into everything, stepping in dog poo, whatever. It's great. Gets them outside, you know?
And because
That's
your
the world I
phone
want
moving
with it.
around
Yeah.
actually affects the gameplay, if you bump into somebody, like in the game, you see your character like fall back and miss the bat. I like it.
And since nobody plays Pokemon Go anymore, we'll just steal all of those kids.
Yeah.
Play
It'll be the
Pokemon
next
Go.
craze. It'll be huge for
What?
like a month,
But we'll do it
and
right.
then it won't exist.
Yeah.
Is
Oh,
that the
good.
And we'll
helicopter?
get all the money from a month.
The H-copter. Just what we needed.
Why?
A helicopter.
I
Why?
don't know.
Helicopter. I'm with you.
Audience, you did this. You made these things happen. You guys wouldn't let the H plane die. Now we've got H drones and H copters, and it's gone downhill so fast.
Is there
There's
an
been a
H
lot
train at
more
one
that I
point?
can't think of.
Seems like there
Yeah,
has
there was
to
an
be.
H
H-train?
train. Yeah.
I've tried to block out all the
feel-
bad parts about this show.
I feel like
Yeah.
ouch. All right. Whatever
H,
episode I'm
oddly
in.
It's
enough, I
all
don't remember any of
H.
the episodes you've been on.
Oh, little Link is in there.
Aw. That's the one good thing
Dang.
I have going in my life.
Yep, you're done.
Oh, there
Yeah.
we go. Look how great that picture is.
Oh, yay!
It's a great picture. There's a puppy.
Oh. He's a happy
He's so
puppy.
Well, now that we got a happy moment, we can transition. What was the name of that game, by the way? Our mobile game? What was the name of our mobile game?
When taxis fly.
H drone go.
I'm trying to think of puns. I'm not on my pun game right now.
This game is wax.
Bet- You-
Oh my god, make it Bat Mobile, but it looks like Batmobile, but it's a mobile game.
Ha
Batmobile.
Batmobile.
That's awesome.
It's terrible.
I like it. No, that's gonna sell 1 million copies just because they're gonna be like Batmobile.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
it has Batman, and it doesn't.
And
The
then you can
logo
have
is
those
very
coffee
similar to
shop
like the
debates.
Batman logo.
People will be like, "Are you playing
Yeah,
Batmobile?"
offering
And then someone will be
Batman.
like, "It's Batmobile." And then it's back and
Batmobile?
forth. All of the buzz about our game.
Chrissy, like, it's a Batmobile.
Actually.
Yeah, it clearly says Batmobile, so
Yeah,
Hmm.
I like Batmobile. Yeah, there'll be one big YouTuber that says Batmobile and be like, no, PewDiePie
All the
was
comments were
wrong.
like, no! Die!
Well, we have negative 30 seconds to get through player versus pop culture, so I think we
Cool.
got this. So we
Speed
got our 3
round.
games. I like our games. A quick rehash. We have Batmobile. We have whatever the H drone game was.
Do you even remember the names?
And then we have Digiman,
Digimon.
which is our island card game battle PUBG Royale game, non-copyrighted. So there we go. Those are pretty good. I like the games we came up with today. Those were good final episode games. So let's jump
Yeah.
into player versus pop culture before H finds a way to ruin it. In player versus
Oh.
pop culture, I'm going to give you guys 3 news stories. One of them, H, you paying attention? No.
I am.
One of them is true. 2 of them are false. Your job is to figure out which one is true, H, and guess that one. So without further ado, let's jump into round 1. Autumn got 'em. Fall is a magical time of year with one spooky month, then a turkey month, then it's winter. Which of these stories about autumn celebrations is true, and which 2 are false? Stop that. Bad.
Take it off.
What is he
Oh,
doing?
okay. You take it off. He took off his post-it
I was
notes
taking-
about the flying taxis.
J. Douglas.
Okay.
All right. Story 1. Pumpkin spice Dorito shells coming to Taco Bell. Story
Okay.
Oof.
Story 2.
Hold on.
A New England man offers to ship autumn foliage for $20, $19.99. Story 3. Police respond to call about a trespasser and find a scarecrow instead. So, story 1, the pumpkin spice Dorito shells. Story 2, the New England man offering to ship autumn foliage for $20. And story 3, the scarecrow trespasser.
I
I
feel like
believe
3
all
was
of
a
them.
prank. No, the first one I don't believe. I don't think they do that. That sounds gross.
Would not even
I
remotely
believe.
surprise me.
Really?
Taco Bell has done gross things before.
Yeah,
It's
that
Taco
sounds
Bell.
grosser than anything else they've done.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Like anything they sell, except for the
Maybe.
drinks. Brr, 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 brr. Yeah, which one do you guys think is true?
I
have
think
a
it's
new
number
theory for
3.
this. I'm
H says-
consistently disappointed with these because I'm always like, I wish it was this one, and it's like, oh, it's the most normal sounding one. So I'm gonna go with 2 because that's the one I'm least excited about.
Okay.
What was 2
I
again?
think it's 2.
The guy shipping autumn foliage for $20 a box.
$20.
That sounds like something that
From
would happen.
England.
No, that's so boring. No.
Nobody's going with story 1.
It doesn't
I'm
mean
going
anyone had to
story
buy
3.
it, but I'm going story 2.
3, I
Okay.
feel like is someone like pranked their friend, and someone was like, "Oh my god, I need to call the police" or something like that. So I feel like that's it.
That's fair. That's fair. You're wrong though, H. It's not story 3. Story 1 is actually also false. It is story 2.
Yeah.
We did it!
You did it.
I did it.
And a quote.
Nice.
I've hit over 200 sales so far, said Kyle Waring of Somerville, Massachusetts, after he set up the website shipfoliage.com and began sending packages of hand-picked leaves to customers. So he's not collecting people's leaves, he's sending them leaves. Last
I'm going
winter
to the
he
website.
shipped snow. Oh, not just leaves, snow. He shipped snow from Boston's record snowfall for $89 using the website shipsnowyo.com.
Why the
Okay,
yo?
his leaf one though is actually pretty cool if you go to it.
I feel
Oh,
like I'm
okay.
curious how many young people on the internet went to shipfoliage.com and were like, "Oh, I ship those two so hard," and they're doing like a little soap opera drama between all the different types of collected foliage, and they're just like, because they think it's all about shipping, whatever that
Snow
thing
and
that
leaves
people
are
do.
like my yin and yang
Yeah.
OTC.
Or
I went
someone
on the
buys it and
website
they bring it
and-
home and they're just like, "I ship you too."
I hope that's happened. I really do.
I do
I
too.
hope
I do.
I hope 199 of those 200 sales are that. But I don't have those numbers. So well done, Bob and Shelby. H, you performed exactly as expected, so good on you. Let's move
Thanks,
on
Wade.
to round 2. Welcome, buddy. Better fake than never. Time is an imaginary construct we invented to give life meaning, but life only means something when you ignore time and see it as a series of moments, each with an opportunity to be mindful and thankful that you are in control of your destiny. Which of these stories about time is true, and which two are not? Story 1. Library book returned after 78 years being late, I suppose. After 78 years. Story 2. Man orders H.G. Wells' The Time Machine delivered to his door 1 minute later. Story 3. World's largest hourglass will take 200 years to run out of sand.
I think it's the first one, and I have a reason for it.
Okay, we have a vote for story 1.
I have a library book that's 20 years overdue, and I don't intend on returning, so I could see it getting to being 70 years overdue.
I'd be
Like over
surprised
Actually,
if like,
that's
a lot of the
true.
libraries are still like, I don't know. I'll leave it to you guys.
I have a school library book in my collection that I borrowed in 2002, so it's getting up there. I guess
Mhm.
that
The
makes
thing
sense.
is, libraries weren't invented until 50 years ago, so that's where you guys are all wrong with that.
What?
Oh, it hurts.
Dang.
It actually hurts. Library.
And
Yeah,
H,
books
who's
weren't
inventor
invented
of
until last
library?
year.
I'm on board with Liam. I am on board with Liam. I believe in you. It's not the
Which
library
one?
one. It's the second one.
I'm going with the second one too. I don't think
The
it's one of
Time
three.
Machine
Do this,
book
H.
delivered to a door 1 minute after being ordered.
Yes.
I feel like, I feel like there was some weird thing
That's
right
like a
there.
word
Like the
trick
guy
or
was
something,
already
and it's
outside.
not what it sounds
Yeah.
like. Yeah. It's a
Okay,
thing.
that's fair. Shelby, congratulations. You're correct. It is not.
Oh,
the two.
Bob, why did you
But
convince me
how?
not to do
Libraries
it?
were invented 50 years ago.
I just,
Despite
you know
only
what?
being in existence for 50 years, the
There's an
library book.
overdue library book. 78 years.
Yes.
I had a thought, I'd never given H a fair shot. I thought I would give him my full
That's
faith
right.
before the season ends, before the end of the last episode. I would give it a shot. I guess we all saw
That's
that
where you
coming.
went wrong. Yep.
That was a big
It
mistake.
Never go full H.
You know what? Points to Bob
you learn.
for his compassion there.
Never go full H.
Never go full H.
Dang, man.
H gets engaged. This is exactly what we're gonna say. You made a mistake. Never go full H. That was so dark. You can have like a sample platter of H, but never go full H. That can never be the entree.
Whoa.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no.
Yep. All right. Let's read the blurb here about the library book before we all kind of throw up in our mouths a little bit. A copy of The Young Lady at Home by T.S. Arthur was borrowed during the Great Depression and 78 years later has been returned to a Massachusetts public library. The book was discovered by a man who had been cleaning out his friend's basement, and the library will be waiving the $2,800 in late fees that have been accrued. So there you go.
That's very generous.
There we go.
Wow.
Is that H being
Is that a
arrested
skeleton?
for having a book of
What are those polo shirt wearing
I
cops
don't know how
about
to
to do
read.
that?
I
poor
didn't
person?
get a book.
polo
Yeah.
shirt wearing cops?
All right, so nobody can talk about the 20-year overdue book I have. I don't want to get arrested.
Oh,
I had no idea.
All right.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's what we needed.
Whoa,
Yeah,
no,
leave
what
the
happened to his
ball
face?
on top.
Oh, there you
I'm
go.
squishy.
There we go. Look at that.
Perfect.
I'm still the one with skin on top of my head showing now. Feels good. Feels good.
Oh my god.
Feels good to be a
From this-
gangster.
Before I get sad about
Close.
looking at that image and seeing myself, let's move on to round 3.
The last
Snarketing.
one.
The last round of season 1 of Are You a Robot? Will there be a season 2? I don't know. Tell @Polaris tweets that you might want one if you do. Lauren would love that. Snarketing. An effective marketing campaign can be a great way for your company to engage with your customers, unless they have ad block, or if they're on YouTube. Then your powers are useless, like if you're on YouTube. Which of these stories about ads is true, and which 2 are false? This is real. This got too real for the last round. Come on.
Okay.
Let's go back to me balding. That's less sad than advertising talk.
True.
Story 1. Thanks, H. Soda company
Makes me
places solar-powered vending machines throughout Mojave Desert. So, solar-powered vending machines throughout the Mojave Desert. Story 2. Cruise line sued for false advertising after claiming infinite adventures. This is also kind of real because I tried to say that I tried to say something similar for an ad, and I was told that you can't say that. We can't make false claims. So that could be that could be true. Story 3. LL Bean. Man, my backpacks, like back in high school, were always LL Bean. Anyway, LL Bean publishes outdoor ad only visible in the sunlight. An outdoor advertisement only visible in sunlight. So, the
Why would LL
Mojave
Bean
Desert.
do that?
I don't know.
Why would a soda company spend money to put solar-powered vending machines in a desert?
I like that one.
Why would
I like that one.
signs say they have infinite adventures? I guess that one makes the most sense of anything that people would do here. Brain, but that doesn't necessarily make it true. I'm
going with the second one because the third one just I don't think is it, and the first one like I don't think there's a man that would want to go in the desert to change all the soda pop in there or whatever, like refill it. So that's where I think it's not going to work.
Yeah.
But they could use drones.
I'm going to go with 1 just because I think that's a really brilliant publicity stunt. I think that's, I mean, because no one's going to use them, and it doesn't matter if they run out if they don't get refilled. It's the story of like, look, we put these solar powered vending machines in the desert, and they're like little oases. I don't know. It's just like it's a cool thing for publicity. I get that. I think that's cool.
Okay. All right. So Liam says story 2. Bob says story 1.
Go story 3, Shelby.
I think it's story 2. I don't think it's story 3. I would believe it if it was a different company. It doesn't make sense for LL Bean. Like if it was a sunglass company, I'd believe it.
They're like outfitters. This stuff is meant for like light hiking and camping and stuff.
For the sake of it, I'm gonna go for 3 then. So we all have a different.
All right.
Whoever gets this right is the official winner of Are You a Robot? Come on.
The king champion.
Liam picked the one that was most believable, and he's wrong. So don't worry about that.
No!
Woo! If he was king of the stream, I'd be so upset.
Bob picked the one that is like a brilliant marketing scheme that I absolutely wish was true, but is not. It is story 3. LL Bean publishes outdoor ad
I'm king
only
of
visible in the sunlight. So, whoever talked Shelby out of story 2, good job. You gave her that. Good job, Shelby.
Thanks.
Well done.
Am I crowned champion now forever?
Bob gets points for creativity with all of his picks because he picked for different reasons every time. Shelby, I think, got all 3 right, or at least pretty close to it. And H, you can have an H loss. We'll put an H in front of loss. So there you go.
An H loss.
There's our crown.
It's like apple stuff.
A quick little blurb. The Freeport, Maine-based company, LL Bean, published an ad in the New York Times in a special ink that can only be seen when the newspaper is taken outside and exposed to sunlight. The ad tells shoppers, just step outside your front door and you've arrived. But people don't know that because they're usually inside when they read the paper. So 5 people saw that advertisement.
That makes more sense to me. I was thinking like it was a billboard or something like that. I'm like, why would you have a billboard if like people at night are just not gonna see it? Like that was my idea behind it. I didn't know it was like a newspaper. Like you could show us like walk outside like, whoa, sick. Like that's
Hey,
smart.
you made the assumptions. I gave you nothing to
Yeah.
assume.
No, you're right.
Yeah, I have
You're right.
assumed
I've
that it
seen
was
this.
just a billboard that was just outside, and you could only see it if you went outside to see it, and it was going to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of assumed that too,
gotcha.
but it was a newspaper. So there we go. Guys, we need you to vote quickly because we're already 15 minutes over, but that's okay. It's the last episode, maybe ever, but definitely of season 1 of Are You a Robot? Who is our champion today? We know Shelby got the crown. Where does everybody end up on the scoreboard?
You
We
gotta
have the
put me on the
WH
hook.
spinner. We have Bob on the hook where H wanted to be, and Shelby
Get
is
him out of there.
all-knowing. It's proved to be true. She was pretty
Get him
all-knowing
out of
today.
there.
What have you done to
Skip,
deserve
skip.
to de-hook
I got
me?
all of
No,
my
don't
answers
attach me to him.
Absolutely nothing.
This is my hook.
Don't attach me.
Animal Cracker 45
Don't
said
merge us.
H participation
right.
award. I like the H
Turn us into a
participation award.
Animal
fidget
crack.
spinner. Attach all 3.
Another
Cheese
fidget
Fun
spinner.
says
Oh,
H is a
my
single
God,
cell
no.
organism.
No. Put us on the hook and have it look like he's playing with a fidget spinner. Do it.
Is a
Do it.
4-person fidget spinner on the hook the final score? What do you
Yes.
guys want out there?
4-bearing fidget spinner.
Have Shelby be on like someone's crown. Who cares about her? Put us on the fidget spinner and do it.
Who cares about her?
Wow.
Harsh.
Wow.
H finally says how he feels.
Go!
It's only taken 26
Wow.
episodes.
We finally reached
Hints
the
of
peak.
anger.
So
Oh
many
my God.
spinners.
Well, we have the hook fidget spinner apparently as our final score
We
of
could never
our
top it.
final episode of at least season 1. Oh, wow.
This is where we're
Well,
gonna be until season 2 if there's one.
oh, there's
the
our
rest of
vending
what?
machine.
In the
I wish
desert.
you existed vending machine
Unlimited sugar-free energy drinks in the desert vending machines.
in a
powered by the
solar-powered
sun.
desert vending machine.
And if you look at the
The
solar
months are
panels, you
best.
can see an ad for LL Bean. But only if it's
But
sunny.
only during the day.
The monk is
Indeed.
looking down, smiling on the vending machine right now.
The monk. Who's still
The monk.
spinning it?
The Monk Almighty. All right, guys. Well, that is our show. We had a fidget finale. Before I go into a little spiel here, let's let our contestants tell you where to find them and let them say their goodbyes. So, last but first, H, tell us who you are and where we can find you.
Hi, my name is HBomb94. I do Minecraft stuff and other stuff. I do a lot of stuff. You can find me on youtube.com/HBomb94, twitter.com/HBomb94. Thanks for having me on here. I think I've been on like 8 episodes. Appreciate it. It was fun. Excited to see this out.
It has been something. It has been something having you be a part of this
Something.
show.
Thanks, Wade.
My
You're the
pleasure, H.
best.
I know, that's why I'm the host. Bob, tell us where we can find you.
Hi, I'm Bob, also known as Muyskerm. It's about to appear right here. Oh, look at that. You can find me at youtube.com/Muyskerm probably, or whatever that would, however that link works, and twitch.tv/Muyskerm. I do stuff. I do things like H does, but I also do stuff, all kinds of stuff and things.
You want to do stuff together?
Thank you, Bob.
Stuff.
Shelby.
Stuff together, just stuff.
He's like, no, I don't.
I guess
We're
more
keeping that
details.
on the DL. This is a family show. Shelby, where can we find you?
You can find me at youtube.com/Shubble or everywhere else on social media. I am Shubble. I play video games and I'm really relatable sometimes.
Sometime. Every now and then, she is very relatable.
What? I'm really relatable, they tell me.
Very relatable. Well, thank you guys so much. This is the cast, possibly the last episode of Are You a Robot? If nothing else, this has been our show for the last episode of Season 1. I'm Wade, LordMinion777 on YouTube, Minion777 on Twitch, LordMinion777 or some variation on most other platforms. It has been an honor having you three be a part of this show from the very beginning. It has been an honor to be your host. Thank you, audience, for being here. Thank you so much for watching Are You a Robot? 26 episodes. It's been a great run. I hope it continues, but if not, we ended on a great note here today. So thank you all so much for coming out. Stay tuned for whatever comes next in our illustrious careers. H will be playing Pokemon, but the rest of us may do other things. We don't know. Check out Shubble's merch company website, shubble.com. Check out Bob and I on the tour, and buy tickets to ride your very own H-plane sometime soon. Again, thank you, production, for being a part of this show. Thank you to the writers, our illustrators, our sound effects guys, our producers. Thank you to Lauren for retweeting and sharing the show. Audience, thank every single one of you for being a part of this. You're all awesome. I'm not going to get emotional here. You're getting emotional. Stay tuned for hopefully more Are You a Robot? If Season 2 comes around, you'll be the first to know. Until then, goodbye, panelists. Goodbye, production team. Goodbye, audience.
Bye, Wade.
See you guys. Bye, everyone.
Bye.